each of these teams.
And both coaches want to get that first win under their belt. With only 4 games in this stage, the tournament doesn't give you much room for error.
Now, we'll look at Dallas's starting lineup. They've got Klay Thompson. P.J. Washington is out there with Anthony Davis. Then there's Daniel Gafford. And it's Irving in at the point guard. And so it's Irving with it, bringing it up for the Dallas Mavericks. They're moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of the Nuggets.
Total embarrassment. I was shocked at how poorly they played. I think they were shocked.
Well, we'll see how they respond after that weak performance. It should tell us a lot about their character as a team.
Hield from outside. Hits the three-point bomb.
A leap from three-point land. Buddy Hield, whenever he lets it fly, you think it's going in.
Outside, Davis. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. Greg, as you were saying, beyond the blocks, what makes Anthony Davis special on defense is the way he navigates the floor.
Kevin, most bigs can get picked on in pick-and-roll action. Davis, though, too quick and smart to take advantage of. He can slip screens, hedge, switch, and recover like he's a 3-and-D wing.
First free throw is good. Arguably one of the best bigs of his generation, Anthony Davis. I know you admire his game.
Well, he takes over the game on both ends of the floor. You would look at a Tim Duncan, a Kevin Garnett, a guy that can beat you with 5 blocks, or a guy that can dominate the post and score 25 a night.
He's perfect from the line this time. And we've got a 2K insider Shams Charania on the line. Shams, what's the story?
Thanks, guys. Well, after their three-point shooting abandoned them in the finals, the Mavericks have addressed that shortcoming in a major way, acquiring one of the Splash Brothers, Klay Thompson. Klay is eager for a fresh start and an opportunity, I'm told, to add another ring to his championship resume. This should be a match made in heaven.
Without a doubt. Shams Charania with the report. Hey, Shams, thanks. Here's Curry. Following the basket by Anthony Davis. Lets a floater go. From past the arc. Bucket number 3. He's a perfect 3 for 3 to start.
They've come out strong, 3 of their first 4 to start the game.
Right now, let's send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Well, I did get a chance to catch up with the Warriors head coach. Now, Coach immediately recognized the many talents of Kyrie Irving. One thing he pointed out was not losing Irving on defense. Coach said Irving is just as dangerous without the ball. We can't let him get behind us. We have to make sure someone is on him at all times. Back to you.
Thank you, David. Here's Washington. Following the basket by Stephen Curry. Gafford sets the pick for Irving. Inside. And Gafford throws it down.
The playmaking ability of Kyrie Irving. This man just excels at finding ways to get the ball to his guys.
Green against Gafford. Shot clock at 6. On the wing, Hield. A three-pointer off the mark. Dallas leading by 6. Washington kicks to Irving. Took him no time at all on that one.
This is as good as it gets for a first quarter in terms of shooting the basketball.
And we've got a timeout called by Steve Kerr. He's ready to talk things through with the team. Here we are in November. Let's see how things are shaking out in the West early in the season. You look at Dallas. They're right now in the 8th spot in the conference here in the early part of the season. And, of course, the Golden State Warriors, 2 games back.
And, you know, for the Mavericks, they're one of those teams that hasn't quite figured it out this year. A lot of talent, a lot of heart, but nothing to put them up on that next level.
And you have to wonder if this roster can get to that next level. They have talent, but if it doesn't come together, they might have to shake it up.
Now, here is Irving after the miss from Buddy Hield. And it goes down 2 points. And now that's 11 points for Anthony Davis.
Excellent all-around performance so far, hence the big lead.
They got off to such a hot start, and that can keep you energized throughout the whole game.
Stolen by Washington. Here's Davis. Whoa, look out! Goodness. Look out!
Okay, I see you. Whoa, okay. Send a message there, big fella. AD flexing on them like they're just little bitty pretenders.
And on the AT&T 5G Slam Cam, you can see how impressive that move was. Now, here's Curry. 26 points for him last game against Oklahoma City. And just miss after miss right now.
He just looks off this quarter. It looks like he's forcing it a bit right now, a little bit in his head.
Davis against Green. Tries again. And Irving finishes inside.
Defensively, giving up far too many. Open rhythm. Looks.
And so Steve Kerr calls for the timeout. He wants to check in with his team and regroup. With a break in the action, let's go to the 2K leaderboard for a look at this season's stingiest defensive teams. The Mavericks, number 1.
And anybody who's a fan of defense has got to love this team. I mean, no one loves to see their name on top of that leaderboard as much as this coaching staff.
Now here's Hield. They look to him for part of their offensive attack. Right now he averages nearly 12 points a game. And the Warriors miss again.
He missed that one, but I've seen him drill shots from that distance in warm-up.
Even though he is capable of hitting that shot, I'd like to see him work for a better look in that situation. And he's very confident from that range, but he can't make them all.
Here's Curry with the 3, and he's good on the 3 ball. Curry's got his second bucket of the night.
Simply the greatest shooter we have ever seen. Every time he makes another three-pointer, he's adding to the record.
Now, here's Gafford. He's coming off a 16-point game against Denver.
Not to mention the rim protection he provided, credited with 2 blocks, and you know that he altered a few more.
Irving against Curry. Good for the basket, starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
The defense has to make it tougher for Butler. Can't give him that.
Thompson passes to Washington. Now Irving. Back to Irving. Gafford inside. Working on Green. Whistle blows. Bucket is good. And he'll have a chance at the line to make it a 3-point play.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
And taking a quick look here at the hustle stats for Dallas.
Showing their energy so far, sprinting up and down the floor, getting out in transition and taking advantage.
And they've also done a great job turning defense into offense tonight, creating turnovers and capitalizing on the other end.
It's stolen by Davis. And it's the Mavericks on the break. That shot off.
I mean, that can happen to anyone, but it's ugly every time it does.
And you have to feel for him. That's the kind of miss that will stick with you for a little bit. That's a guy you want taking shots, a quality offensive player.
Here's Irving. That's good from 17 feet away. Irving's got 6 points.
Defensively, they've been a step slow here to start.
Hield against Thompson. Hield attacking. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Green with a screen on Davis. And Davis sends it back.
And this is how AD led the league in block shots. It's not just his wingspan, but it's his awareness, his basketball IQ when it comes to reading the game.
Warriors trail by 14. Outside Curry. Green with a screen for Curry. Off target from three-point range.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
And the slam dunk by Irving.
Displaying intensity right off the opening tip, especially on the offensive end.
They came out swinging, really setting the tone on offense, and the opposition has not been able to respond.
And now the fast break, Irving with the ball, and the slam dunk by Irving.
Really seizing the momentum of this game, but doing it with a methodical approach.
Yeah, they haven't appeared in a rush at all. They are just playing to their strengths and building this lead out well.
And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. That one on Davis. When it comes to players who like having fun, Greg, Jimmy Butler has to be way up there.
Kevin, did you see his media picture for the 23-24 season? He looked like he belonged in an emo band with that hairstyle. Jimmy is definitely one of those guys that likes to troll and have fun.
And he makes the first. And with a few games in the books, Greg, what's the key for coaches during this part of the season?
Kevin, if I were a head coach, I'd be trying to nail down my best 5. NBA games are mostly decided in that final 3 or 4 minutes, so I want to know who I can trust when it matters most.
Looking at who's out there now for the Warriors. Trace Jackson Davis is checked in for Draymond Green. Kevin Knox comes in for Moses Moody. Gary Payton is checked in for Buddy Hield. And it's Brandon Podziemski in for Curry. The Warriors shooting their 3rd free throw shot of the game. Dallas making a switch here. Hardy's checked in.
2nd team foul. At the line for the Warriors, Jimmy Butler. 1 shot.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. 1 shot.
And free throws have never really been an issue for Butler. Makes a living at the line.
Now here's Hardy. Covered by Payton. Hardy, no good.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
I'm sure they'll think twice about shooting against him next time.
Well, a chance to check out some stats for Buddy Hield.
In the last 5 games, you can see the trend upwards for effective field goal percentage. And it shows you how confident he's playing right now.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That's good from Payton. Well, over the years, the Warriors have had some historic tax bills.
Yeah, and for the most part, it's been well worth it because it's led to championships and they generate a ton of income. But now, with this tax repeater penalties, you can see why they've tried to cut costs, and every team in the league has followed.
And both free throws good for Peyton. Greg, since reaching 5 consecutive NBA Finals, the Warriors have missed the playoffs 3 of the past 5 years.
And to be fair, they did go 46-36 last season. They were 10 games over 500 last year. So they weren't a bad team, but Golden State doesn't just expect to be in the play-in. They want to be a contender.
Just the definition of combo guard. Dinwiddie with a great pass that time.
Podziemski on the wing. Dinwiddie covering. There's a screen. Shot by Podziemski, no good.
They've been beating them to a lot of those loose balls and rebounds here to start.
Here's Hardy. Taking a look at the scoring numbers. Right now, he averages about 9 points a game.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash mouth physical basketball, guys.
And that one misses. Well, we know, GA, the Mavs are so adept at punting the matchups they want. They're patient and methodical.
They never look like they're in a rush, right? Even when you send a double or trap the ball, the Mavs stay calm and know where to go. It's what makes slowing down their pick and roll so difficult.
And it's a defensive 3-second violation. And this is his first trip to the line tonight. And so he hits the technical free throw. Richard, we know that not many teams have had steady core players like the Warriors have had over the past decade.
Where there's so much player movement these days, and it's hard to keep any roster intact, let alone a superstar team like Golden State.
Peyton, right side. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
Just outstanding distribution. This is the kind of team chemistry that you love to see.
1:39 left to play here in the first, and they call an illegal screen here. The story from beyond the arc, here's who's leading in that category across the NBA. You take a look at Hardy, one of the best shooters in the NBA, top 5 in the league at this moment.
What a percentage that is for him from three-point range this season. His deep touch is about as good as you're going to see.
With a short break in the action, gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Kevin, thanks. The Mavericks at last season's trade deadline added length by acquiring Daniel Gafford and P.J. Washington. Coach Jason Kidd says they help on both ends. Gafford has the ability to roll, has great hands. P.J. can put the ball on the floor and guard 1 through 5. And then defensively, they both bring physicality. Kevin?
David, there is an argument to be made. That was one of the best trades at midseason this league has seen in a very long time. Here's Jackson Davis. Nothing on the board. Here's Knox. No good with the triple. Dallas leading by 13. Hardy passes to Dinwiddie. Here's Christie. Dallas, no good that time either.
And sometimes on defense, you can just get lucky.
Peyton gets the bucket. Peyton's got his second basket of the night.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
2 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Pulls up, high post. Jump shot is good.
Dinwiddie is creative at finding space in that mid-range and understands when he should look to fire.
Here's Knox, defended by Christie. There's the screen. Podziemski. And the 3 off target. Anthony Davis firing on all cylinders for the Dallas Mavericks. He put together quite a quarter, 13 points in all. And he looks to be planning for more. We'll get right back to the action when we return. And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And a comfortable margin for the Mavericks here, guys.
Impressive start. They came in with a well-conceived game plan and have executed.
Well, let's see if they're able to keep it up. So far, their shot selection and ball movement has been on point.
On the floor right now for the Mavericks, they've got Anthony Davis. Klay Thompson is out there with Kyrie Irving. Then there's Washington. And it's Lively in at the center, filling out the middle. Here's Thompson after the Warriors pick up 3. Trying to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. Dayton surveying the floor. And Davis sends it back.
A two-way star, AD has led the league in shot blocking on multiple occasions.
Here's Thompson. Podziemski grabs the board.
I guess even he has to miss one of those once in a while.
Here's the lob to the hoop.
And although an undersized center, more than making up for it with some serious hops.
Nice game for the Warriors. It was a loss to the Thunder in Oklahoma City.
Yeah, I mean, on the road, their defense was just overrun. Couldn't match the intensity of the opponent, and it cost them.
Yeah, if you allow a team to shoot such a high percentage in their own building, you're going to have a big hill to climb.
And so it's Golden State with it after the three-pointer from Klay Thompson. Lets it go with the 3. There we go. Now in the scoring column with that make, he is 1 for 4.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
This is today's NBA. Hey, we see this kind of exchange more often than not.
Back to Irving. Takes the 3. Warriors with the rebound. And this matchup with the Mavericks is the first meeting of the season. There's the pick. Pass to Knox. Shoots the 3. Kyrie Irving grabs the miss. Irving's got 4 rebounds in this game. It's tipped, and it's out of bounds. The Mavericks able to retain possession here.
Dallas basketball.
And now here's the upcoming schedule for the Dallas Mavericks. On Thursday, they'll go up against the Jazz in Utah. Then on Saturday, they'll be matching up with Chris Paul and the San Antonio Spurs.
And going up against the Pelicans, I think it's going to be an interesting challenge. Even though they expect to come out on top, this could probably be a pick'em game, depending on how they play.
Moses Moody, he's checked in for Gary Payton. Greg, you love this topic more than anyone when you think about the best ball handlers of all time. Where does Kyrie Irving rank on your list?
Well, you know, I think, Kevin, he's at the very top. I've never seen anyone else pull off some of the things he does. Certainly makes a strong case for the best ever.
And that one falls for Irving. RJ, one league rule that has gotten a lot of attention, carrying the basketball.
Oh, these guys carry the ball at a ridiculous rate. Even Allen Iverson used to do it, and then eventually he took it out of his game. But yeah, the referees could clean it up a little bit, I'll be honest.
Yeah.
Too good a look to give them from behind the arc.
Thompson outside. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a three-point play chance for him.
He's a big guard, 6'6", 215. Klay can absorb hits and still finish with ease.
And for Klay Thompson, Richard, he's entering a different part now of his career.
And it happens to all of us. Father Time is undefeated. But Klay's game, his ability to hit threes as an elite level, that is not going anywhere, Kevin.
And we've got a timeout called by Steve Kerr. Looking for a breather and maybe just one or two things to talk about.
You know what to do. Bust it loose.
To check out the numbers for Kyrie Irving. Putting up about 22 points per, 6 assists and 4 rebounds. And you look at those numbers, but really his main asset is being a playmaker.
Great handle, great vision. That's how he drops so many dimes.
Here in the second quarter, we've played a little over 2.5 minutes now. A shot by Podziemski, no good.
Solid rebound there, and with the score like it is, that's an area where they can't afford to get lazy.